నీట్ 2020 ఫలితాలలో ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ విద్యార్థుల ప్రభంజనం. ఆల్ ఇండియా కేటగిరీలో థర్డ్ ర్యాంక్ సాధించిన శ్రీశాంత్ కు మా అభినందనలు. ఇంతటి అఖండ విజయానికి ప్రోత్సహించిన అధ్యాపకులకు మా కృతజ్ఞతలు.
Good morning. So today we are starting the class with solving the objective. So this is volume 3. Volume 3. Page number 14. Page number 14. So I will try to solve all the questions, right, starting from 1, 2, 3, 4. So let us see the first one. Page number 14, volume 3. First question. Ammonia is not a base according to. Question number 1. So ammonia is not a base according to 1. First, what is ammonia? Ammonia is base. How it is a base? It donates a pair of electron. It donates a pair of electron and forms coordinate covalent bond. Coordinate covalent bond. So it is electron pair donor, as well as proton acceptor. Let us say proton acceptor. So if it is proton acceptor, it is Bronsted acid, Bronsted base. Electron pair donor, Lewis base. So it can act as Bronsted base because it is accepting proton. It can donate a pair of electron, therefore it can act as Lewis base. So first option Bronsted theory correct, Lewis theory correct. Third option Arrhenius theory. According to Arrhenius theory, it has to release H plus ions when dissolved in water. But if you take ammonia and dissolve in water, it forms ammonium hydroxide, which dissociates into NH4 plus OH minus. So according to Arrhenius theory, it produces OH minus, but still Arrhenius theory was not able to explain the basic character of ammonia. So the answer is 3. So it is not a base according to Arrhenius theory. So answer is C. By seeing the structure, there is hydrogen atom, so it must at least act as acid but not as a base. Arrhenius theory was not able to explain basic character of ammonia. Coming to question 2. Question number 2. HCl gas cannot act as an acid in. HCl gas cannot act as an acid in. First, in dry state, HCl, it is covalent molecule, it has covalent character, more covalent character. So not an acid because it do not release H plus ions. In aqueous state, in aqueous solution or say polar solvents, HCl dissociates into H plus Cl minus. So it is able to release H plus ions in polar solvents because of hydration. H plus is solvated or hydrated, Cl minus is also solvated or hydrated. So that hydration energy is sufficient enough to break the covalent bond. So in aqueous solution or polar solvent, HCl acts as acid. In non-polar solvents, the heat of solvation is not sufficient to break the bond because non-polar solvents do not increase the tendency of ionization. They do not increase this tendency to ionize or break they do not provide the sufficient energy. So the answer should be non-polar solvents. So answer is fourth option. Coming to the next question, which of the following is an Arrhenius acid? So question number 3. So given option are CO2, SO2, FeCl3, fourth option HNO3. Which of the following is Arrhenius acid? What is Arrhenius acid? What is Arrhenius acid? When dissolved in water, it has to release H plus ions. And to release H plus ions, it must contain hydrogen atom. There is no hydrogen atom. Yes, when you dissolve CO2 in water, it forms carbonic acid. It may release H plus ions, but Arrhenius theory cannot explain the acidic character of CO2 because it do not contain any hydrogen atom. SO2, same thing, no hydrogen atom. FeCl3, no hydrogen atom. HNO3, when you dissolve HNO3 in water, it ionizes into H plus and NO3 minus. So HNO3 releases H plus ion. So your answer is fourth option. Next, question number 4. Arrhenius theory is failed to explain the acidic nature of. Arrhenius theory is failed to explain the acidic nature of. First option HCl, second option formic acid, third option H2SO4, fourth option CO2. So Arrhenius theory, according to Arrhenius theory, when you dissolve HCl in water, it will release H plus ions. So it is acid, it can explain. Formic acid, same story, it ionizes into H plus and COO, HCOO minus. H2SO4, it also releases H plus ions. But CO2 do not contain any hydrogen atom. Therefore, according to Arrhenius theory, CO2 is not an acid. Failed to explain the acidic character of CO2. Was able to explain the acidic character of Cl, formic acid and sulfuric acid. Next, fifth one, the conjugate acid of OH minus ion is. So when you will get conjugate acid, base plus H plus equal to conjugate acid. Base plus H plus gives conjugate acid. So we have to find the conjugate acid of OH minus. So OH minus plus H plus equal to water. So H2O is conjugate acid of OH minus. So the answer is 4. Next, sixth question. The strongest base among the following is. The strongest base among the following is. Right. So here given are HSO4 minus, Cl minus, NO3 minus, and next one is acetate ions. So its corresponding acid is H2SO4, HCl, HNO3, acetic acid. So all these are strong acids. Now this is weak acid because it dissociates to small extent. Strong acids have corresponding conjugate bases are weak conjugate base. We require here strong conjugate base. A weak acid has strong conjugate base. Strong conjugate base. It dissociates partially, they dissociate completely in water. So it is a weak acid. A weak acid has strong conjugate base. So sixth answer is option 2. Which of the following, next question number 7, which of the following is not Bronsted acid? Not a Bronsted acid. What is a Bronsted acid? Right. So first, Bronsted acid is proton donor. So let us see the first option, bisulfate ion. So what is bisulfate ion? HSO4 minus. Can it donate proton? Yes. So it is a proton donor. Option B, nitride ion. Nitride ion. What is the formula of nitride ion? N3 minus. Minus, no hydrogen, so cannot donate proton. There is no hydrogen to donate proton, so not a proton donor. Next option, nitric acid. So if I write the formula of nitric acid, HNO3, yes, it dissociates into H plus ion, NO3 minus. Yes, it can donate a proton. Option D, hydroxide ion. Basically, it is a good base, but still we can remove this H plus, forming O minus 2. Yes, it is possible. So we have H plus here, H plus here, H plus here, proton donors except B. So answer is B. Not a Bronsted acid is nitride ion because there is no hydrogen to donate. Next question number 8. Which of the following is used as differentiating solvent for acids? So here, as I said in the last class, glacial acetic acid. Glacial acetic acid is used as differentiating solvent. So answer is 1. Next question, 9th one. Acetic acid does not act as an acid in the presence. Right. First, acetic acid is a weak acid. That means dissociates partially. Dissociates partially. So, in the presence of HCl, first option is HCl. HCl is strong acid. So, irrespective of, so if I take acetic acid and HCl in same medium, HCl will dissociate into H plus ion, Cl minus. So, in the same medium, if acetic acid is present, which dissociates partially, because of this H plus ions, HCl will dissociate and releasing more number of H plus ions. So, H plus ion concentration increases because of HCl dissociation. So, equilibrium mostly shifts in backward direction. That means, we can assume that acetic acid do not dissociate in the presence of strong acid due to common ion effect. This we are going to study due to common ion effect. Common ion effect. So, in the presence of a strong acid, weak acids do not dissociate. In the presence of a strong base, weak base do not dissociate, or we can neglect that. So in the presence of HCl, we can neglect that. Na2CO3, acetic acid. So they will dissociate to form sodium acetate. Yes, this reaction will takes place. So acetic acid will dissociate in the presence of Na2CO3 because it will act as a base, acid and base. Water, already we have studied acetic acid plus water, donation of proton forming H3O plus CH3COO minus. Yes, it will dissociate and act as an acid. The last one is benzene. Benzene is non-polar solvent, so it will not encourage the dissociation because these are ions. Ions are not stabilized by non-polar solvent. Non-polar solvent do not solvate the ions because in non-polar solvent there is no dipole kind of interactions. There are no partial charges on the carbon or hydrogen. So no dissociation of acetic acid. So acetic acid do not dissociate in non-polar solvent, right? And acetic acid do not dissociate in the presence of strong acid. So your answer should be HCl and benzene. It is option A and D. So option A and D, that is answer is 2. Next, which of the following can act as both Bronsted acid as well as Bronsted base? So before going to that, first let us recollect what is Bronsted acid and what is Bronsted base. So what is Bronsted acid? Proton donor. Proton donor. Bronsted base, proton acceptor. Sorry, proton acceptor. So let us see option 1, formic acid HCOO minus. Can you donate proton? Loss of proton, you will get COO minus 2, right, or CO2 minus 2. Sorry. But here if I write the structure HC double bond O minus, this hydrogen cannot be removed as H plus. Even if you remove, what I will get is C double bond O minus 2. So carbon, if I write like this, CO2 minus 2. Around carbon there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Already it possesses 8 electrons. It has a negative charge. Right? It has a negative charge of minus 2. So nowhere it has space to accommodate on the carbon. So it is not easy to remove this hydrogen, right? Because it is not acidic in nature. It is bonded to carbon, not oxygen. So it is not acidic proton, right? So it cannot donate a proton. Here you have to see the option which is satisfies both these conditions. So if it does not satisfy first condition, then there is no need to check for the second one. So next, ammonia. Let us take ammonia. Can it donate proton? After removal of proton, what I will get? NH2 minus. After addition of proton, what I will get? NH4 plus. Both ammonium ion is known, amide ion is also known. So yes, ammonia can donate a proton. Bronsted acid can accept a proton, therefore it is a Bronsted base. Alright, so after completion of ammonia, let us go for O minus 2. Yes, it may accept a proton to form OH minus, but there is no proton to remove, right? So it cannot donate proton. So this is not the correct option. HSO4 minus. Yes, there is acidic proton, I can remove H plus forming SO4 minus 2. It can accept a proton forming H2SO4. So your answer should be ammonia and HSO4 minus. So second and fourth, that is third option. Next, 11th, proteolysis, as the name indicates, transfer of proton. Transfer of proton from acid to base, we call it as proteolysis. Next, in the reaction ammonia plus water, the conjugate acid base pair is ammonia is given plus water. So here this is strong base, so transfer of proton resulting in the formation of OH minus plus ammonium ion. So here these two are conjugate acid base and these two are conjugate acid base pairs. So ammonia and ammonium ion, H2O and OH minus. So the answer should be 4. Ammonia and ammonium ion, or the second one is water and OH minus. They differ by single proton. Next, H3O plus OH minus gives 2H2O is right. So if you see the reaction, so transfer of proton takes place from proton donor to proton acceptor. Proton donor to proton acceptor. Therefore, it must be Bronsted neutralization. Next, the conjugate base of hydrozoic acid. This question is question number 14. The conjugate base of hydrozoic acid. Hydrozoic acid. What is hydrozoic acid? Right, N3H. N3H. So after the removal of proton, you will get N3 minus. So this is acid. After the removal, you will get conjugate base. So the conjugate base of hydrozoic acid is N3 minus. Which of the following is an amphiprotic ion? So amphiprotic, amphoteric, that means it can donate or accept. It can act like an acid as well as base. Amphiprotic ion, it should act like an acid as well as base. Chlorate, ClO4 minus, it may accept a proton, but there is no proton. It cannot donate proton, it cannot act like an acid. It can accept a proton, therefore it is a base, not an acid, only base. Next, cyanide ion, it is anion. All anions are Lewis bases. It can accept a proton, but it cannot behave like an acid. Next, formate ion, formic acid, HCOO minus. HCOO minus, same story, HC double bond O minus. This hydrogen cannot be lost as proton, but it can accept a proton. So after accepting proton, you will get HCOOH, formic acid. Right? So it can act as a base, but not as an acid. Next, bicarbonate ion, HCO3 minus. Yes, here C double bond O, OH, O minus. Now this is acidic proton, it can donate, forming carbonate ion. It can accept, forming carbonic acid. Therefore here it can act like an acid as well as base, right? Therefore it is amphiprotic ion, amphiprotic ion. The remaining three they can accept, but they cannot donate. Therefore, they are only Lewis bases. Coming to the next question, that is 7th, weak base is C2H minus NO3 minus Cn minus HS minus. So, write the corresponding acid C2H2 HNO3 HCN H2S. So, which is stronger acid? HNO3, then H2S, HCN, they are approximately same weak acids. Okay, HCN, H2S, then acetylene. So, NO3 minus less than, Cn minus less than. Right. So, this is strong acid, its conjugate base must be weak conjugate base. So, your answer should be weak base. Weakest base is the one whose whose conjugate acid is strong. Therefore, HNO3 is stronger acid, nitrate ion should be weak conjugate base. So, answer is 2. Next, strongest Bronsted base, this already we have discussed, so you can refer it. 18th one we have already discussed. The following has conjugate base, has no conjugate base, H2PO4 minus. So, for that you have to understand the structure of H3PO4. So, it can remove a proton, P double bond O, OH, OH, O minus. Here also you can remove one more proton, P double bond O, OH, O minus, O minus. So, first option H2PO4, this is H3PO4, this is H2PO4 minus, this is HPO4 minus 2. So, all these they exist, even you can remove this proton also. So, P double bond O, O minus, O minus, O minus, PO4 minus 3, right. So, the following has no conjugate base, H2PO4 minus, after removal of proton you will get this. So, this is the conjugate base, yes, it has conjugate base. Option 2, H2PO2 minus. So, H2PO2 minus, option 2. So, it is actually H3PO2, H3PO2, right. So, you can remove, there is only one acidic proton, this is H3PO2. From this if I remove the proton, what I will get? P double bond O, O minus H, H, that is H2PO2 minus. Now, I cannot remove proton because these are not acidic proton. So, H2PO2 minus has no conjugate base, has no conjugate base. H2PO3, H3PO3, so there are two acidic protons. What I can do? I can remove one, O minus, O minus, H. So, no more acidic protons. So, here this is H3PO3. Now, this is H2PO3 minus. Now, this is PO3 minus 2. H2PO3 minus, if this is acid, then this is conjugate base. Yes, it has conjugate base. The last one is acetic acid. Acetic acid is simple, you can write directly CH3 C double bond O OH. Now this is acidic proton. Yes, it has conjugate base. So your answer should be 2. Next, the weakest base among the following is, this also we have discussed, HI is strong acid, I minus is the weakest conjugate base. So 21 to 35 we will see in the next class. So let us continue with some theory. Types of solvent. So first, protophilic solvents. Protophilic, proton loving, they like the solvents, they have tendency to accept proton. So these solvents accepts proton, H plus. So what is protophilic solvent? Solvents which readily accepts proton, we call them as protophilic solvents. Example, water, liquid ammonia, alcohols. Alcohols, it can be ethyl alcohol, for example ethyl alcohol. Next, water, it accepts proton and converts into H3O plus. Ammonia accepts proton and convert into NH4 plus. Ethyl alcohol also accepts proton and convert into corresponding cation, that is C2H5 OH2 plus. So dehydration takes place. Next, protogenic. As you can see the name, it generates proton, it donates proton, it loses proton. A solvent which can donate or lose proton, we call it as protogenic solvents, right? Proton donor or proton donor solvents, or solvents which lose proton, we call them as protogenic. To donate proton, they must contain, so example hydrogen, water. So to donate H plus, they must contain hydrogen, so H2O. Glacial acetic acid, that means concentrated acetic acid, and even you can take liquid HCl or aqueous HCl. Even alcohols, right? Alcohols also they can donate. Even next, amphiprotic or amphoteric solvents. So here they can accept solvents which can accept or donate, sorry not or, and donate. They must accept and donate proton. Such solvents we call them as amphoteric or amphiprotic. So these solvents should ready to accept a proton, and at the same time they should be ready to donate proton. So example, water, liquid ammonia, you can say alcohol. Aprotic, say they neither accept nor donate. Solvents which neither accepts nor donates proton, we call them as aprotic. So example, non-polar solvents like benzene, carbon disulfide, carbon dioxide, etc. So they don't like proton and they don't accept proton. not carbon dioxide, CCl4, sorry. Carbon dioxide can accept CCl4. Benzene, carbon disulfide, CCl4. So this is about types of solvents.
రెండు 2020 జేఈఈ మెయిన్ ఫలితాలలో ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ విద్యార్థుల ప్రభంజనం. ఆల్ ఇండియా అన్ని కేటగిరీస్లు 18, 35, 251, 253, 582, 606, 778, 780, 812, 821, 1031, 1049, 1303, 1575, 1654, 1753, 1754, 1978 ర్యాంకులే కాక మరెన్నో ఉత్తమ ఫలితాలు సాధించిన విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్. ఈ ఫలితాలు సాధించడానికి కారణమైన లెక్చరర్లు మరియు తల్లిదండ్రులకు మా కృతజ్ఞతలు. ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషనల్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్.